Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Facebook. I am Shelley, known as That Girl Shelley Online, and I am practicing my keyword for this year, right? So, my word for 2017, well, for next year, my word for 2017 is visibility. And part of that means that I have to show up. And so, I made it a point, I'm making it a point to start that here in 2016 so that it can become a habit in 2017. And so I'm here today to give you guys a quick branding tip. I know that a lot of you guys are starting 2017 either with a new business, maybe a new project, a new course, a new program. And some of you guys are, rebranding starting in 2017. And so I feel like these tips will come right on time and help you as you move into a new year with new possibilities. Okay? So let me start. For people who don't know me, my name is Shelley, and I'm known as That Girl Shelley Online. And I work with entrepreneurs who are ready to create a professional online space so that they can attract clients that are willing to pay for their products and services, right? A lot of you guys, as you're moving forward, you are your brand, right? You're your brand. And so, because you guys are your brand, that means then that people have to get a visual of you. They want to see you, right? They want to be able to connect to you. They want to look at you and feel like they can connect with you, right? Which is why my 3 tips will come in handy. So let's start, right? These are my tips for your first professional business photo shoot, okay? So, number 1, you would have already hired your photographer, right? And if you haven't hired a photographer, you may be, if you're on a budget, using a friend for your first photo shoot, right? These tips will come in handy whether the person is a professional photographer or whether you're actually using somebody that you know and trust and that can take great pictures, okay? So, the first thing is, what are you going to wear? What are you going to wear, right? You have tons of things in your closet and you're not quite sure what image you want to portray on your business photo shoot, right? What I will say is this, is that your clothing has to be in line with your message, right? So if you are a business where your tone is very serious, is super professional, then you may not want to go to your photo shoot with holy jeans, right? Um, you may want to go more business casual, more corporate, if that's your brand tone. If your brand tone is kind of rocky, kind of trendy, then holy jeans might work for you. But you're going to want to pay attention to the clothes that you wear. Also, with the clothes, if you're going to have some sort of background in the back of you, you have to make sure that your clothes aren't going to clash with your background, especially if when you're using your pictures, you're going to keep that background in your photographs, right? What I mean by that is this, is that for some businesses in their brand, when they create their header images, when they create their graphics, they actually leave the background in, right? They don't cut out the background, they leave it in. And so if you have something like a graffiti wall background in your background, you don't want your outfit then to be so noisy that people don't know where to look, right? That they're looking all over the place. You want to kind of have your outfit be very simple if your background is very complicated or busy, right? You don't want to distract your audience, your clients, right? So your clothes are important. The next thing that's important are your poses, right? You can't go in there all stiff and loose, and your photographer, depending on who they are, may not be able to pose you. So you already have to go in with an idea of how you want the shoot to go, right? The flow of the shoot. So my recommendations for that, for clothing and for your poses, is that you actually go to Pinterest, right? Pinterest is my friend. Pinterest should be your friend. It's a great tool for getting inspiration, right? Yes, you can use magazines, but it's so easy to go on Pinterest and type in business photo shoot ideas, right? Business poses, professional photo shoots, professional business poses. Maybe even if you go into Pinterest and you look within your specific area, right? So if you are a graphic designer, right, you can type in graphic designer photography poses. that type of thing. You want to get inspiration. You want to already go in kind of with a idea of how you want the photo shoot to be styled, how you want it to look, what your final pictures are going to look like, how you want them to look. Whether you're smiling and you're cheesing in all of your pictures, whether you have a serious look, right? Whether your eyes are like Tyra, smizing, right? You want to practice all of this stuff before you go into your photo shoot so you already are prepared. Poses are important, right? Especially if you are not just doing headshots. If you're actually doing full body shots, then you're going to want your body to be doing something that would be um, that would be interesting to your ideal client or matches the message, right? Message, whatever you're trying to portray with your brand, right? The third thing is the background, right? So I talked about the background a little bit, but I'm going to talk about the background in detail. So people go on location shoots for their photo shoots, right? And that's great. Online location kind of gives people a sense of your environment, right? Some people have it where they have on location. If they are, for instance, a web designer, graphic designer, on location for them might be at their desk, right? At their workstation, I'm sorry, in their house, in their environment, wherever they're working. It might be there, right? Um, or some people like to create this whole vibe where they have like this outside atmosphere. They want people to get a sense of where they're from, not necessarily what they do as far as the background goes, right? So you'll see some people at railroad tracks, right? Or you'll see people at museums, or you'll see people, nice background, right? And I will say all of that is great, right? But if you're getting your photographer to take pictures where it's busy backgrounds or things in the background, you're also going to want them to take pictures where you have a solid background, right? White, a gray, a black even. Something where you can easily have it where it's just you and nothing else distracting from you. With even with the backgrounds, when you work with a graphic designer or web designer, they can cut you out of the background, but it's just so much easier if you already have it planned out where you have some background shots where you actually have an environment, a background behind you. And you have some shots where you're actually just on a plain, solid background, right? So those things are important. Like I said before, there are tools that I recommend that you use before your photo shoot, just so you're prepared. Especially if you're one of those people that's not naturally photogenic, right? Me, I don't do well with posing in pictures, and so I have to practice. And so I would say practice in the mirror, right? Look in a mirror, full length mirror, figure out what you're going to do with your body. Look on Pinterest for ideas of how people use props even in their photos, right? Whether they use computers if they work with computers, or if they're a stylist or a hairdresser, how they use hairspray and shears in their photos, right? Look to get inspiration on how they use background and props in their pictures, and if that will then work for your brand, right? If that will then be of interest to your ideal clients. Okay, so everybody's getting photo shoots in 2017. Oh, one more thing, guys. If you are not using a professional photographer, if you are using a friend who takes great pictures, then you're going to want to be or be concerned with lighting, right? Lighting has to be your friend, because lighting is going to make it so that you just shine on your pictures, right? In your photography, you don't want it to be where you're shadowed out. You want to be bright, you want to be bright, clear, visible. You want to have great lighting. And so my suggestion for the lighting is that if you are in an area where it's still nice outside, so you still have sunny days. Sunny days are the great perfect lighting situation. I'm sorry, tongue tie. For taking pictures, because you're actually tapping in on natural light, right? So your friend who's taking a picture doesn't have to have these extra lights that they bring when they take your pictures if you guys are using natural lighting outside. My other tip for that is that if you live in a bigger city, this only works for people who live in bigger cities. If you live in bigger cities, use the resources that you have. Public library. I know here in my city, at the public library, they actually have the green screens and they have the extra lighting. They even have the professional camera. So, check with your library and see if they have those things. If you live in an area where lighting outside is not, so it's always cloudy or it's always overcast. Natural light won't work for you in your shoots. Then you have to work around that and try to use other resources. So see if your library is a resource for you, where they actually have, as part of their digital media um, lab, if they actually have the green screen, the cameras, the mics. Even our library has the mics and the lighting, right? But you have to be mindful of the lighting. Okay. So I hope those were helpful. Those are my quick branding tips for your first photo shoot, right? If you want more branding tips, if you need more branding tips, you want to start off on the right foot, then I suggest that you click above my head on the tab that says Learn More, all the way at the top by my cover photo, to actually grab a copy of my free do-it-yourself branding tips, right? It covers things such as colors and brand voice and tone. It covers the logo and fonts. It's a great resource and it's free. Okay? Well, thank you guys for your time. That was my quick biz tip. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day.